va Ricky, la Messi por adentro, sigue Ricky. El
Ahí va.
toque. Ahí.
How's it going, everybody? You got Byson here, back with another FIFA fight video, Marchetti versus Buffon. I edited this all on the plane because I will be away for the next 10 days, but luckily I brought my computer and I'm going to edit a few reviews I've done, and we'll record some other requests when I get back. Please like, comment, subscribe on this video. I'd really appreciate that. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching. Let's get into this FIFA fight. Okay, guys, we're starting out with Buffon, and Buffon is one of the best goalkeepers of all time. Know about it. Some of his cards last year were really impressive. His regular card was very good. His inform card was also very good. I had a great experience with it, and I reviewed it as well. But I'm going to tell you guys, Buffon wasn't my favorite goalkeeper to play with. I do think he's a solid goalkeeper. He's not amazing, though. He's not as good as he was last year and in previous years. The reason why is because of his reflexes. He has very bad reflexes. The 80 reflexes were really bad for me. At a lot of times on one-on-one opportunities or shots from anywhere around the box, he would dive incredibly late, and a lot of goals would go in on him. I saw that as his main weakness. There's a key difference between diving and reflexes, though. He has some of the best diving I've ever seen. He can extend his arms out very, very far. He can dive very far out. Just like some other goalkeepers, he doesn't react at a good time, and that could be a very big negative for me, is why he surrendered a lot of goals. His handling is around a 78, and he also didn't catch the ball a lot and led to a lot of second chance opportunities. The diving, like I said, is good. He has good height, he's good defending long shots, but this is another example of how he dives very late on one-on-one opportunities or outside shots around the box. Another one right here in the reflexes. This positioning is okay. I think he has okay positioning. It's just the reflexes were a negative for me. I think it was a little bit worse than 80 reflexes. Again, for 8K, you're not going to be losing a lot with this guy, and I think he's a solid goalkeeper to have, but I just didn't think he was as good as he has been in previous games. Again, he's a cheap goalkeeper, so you can always take a chance on him and not worry about losing money because he'll drop because he's that bad. The problem with him is that he was very inconsistent. Even when he did well, he wouldn't sustain that. I could see a very consistency in his bad reflexes, and that's what led me to give him this review. Anyways, I mentioned earlier some of the positives he's had. I focused in reviews a lot of the negative because I want to make sure you guys know what's wrong with this guy before you get him. And since I'm comparing two goalkeepers at once, it's essential to have. His diving is very good. He has good positioning. It's not incredible, but he has solid positioning, and also he has good height. A solid goalkeeper, but he really is nothing special as he has been in previous games. So that leads up to the next part of this review, which is more of a fun part. Now we have up Federico Marchetti. Marchetti's a pretty different story. He is very short. He is 6 feet tall, so he's not going to be that good against long shots, but I thought that Marchetti was actually a very solid goalkeeper. The difference between him and Buffon is that he had very good reflexes. Not just on long shots or shots outside the box, on one-on-one opportunities, he could dive very quickly. And even though he is short, he can extend his body out very far. He doesn't have the diving as near as Buffon, but he can still dive out pretty far. And his reflexes are better, as you saw in that slowdown clip. Even though he didn't save it, you can see how quickly he reacted to that shot. One of the concerns I had with his Team of the Season card last year was his handling, and it's kind of the same story in this game, even though he got somewhat of an upgrade. His handling isn't the best. He doesn't catch a lot of shots. I really didn't see him catch a lot, but the better part, at least when I played about him, he didn't really have any shots that when he saved went into there, which is good. If you're gonna be a guy like Joe Hart and save it but have it go into the net, then your handling is basically awful, and that was basically it with the handling for Federico Marchetti. It's the same thing. I really thought that Marchetti has an advantage to Buffon because His diving is good like Buffon, even though it's not as good as his, but his reflexes are better. That's what makes him save so many more shots for me. Buffon let up a lot of shots that could have been saved if he had better reflexes, but Marchetti has those reflexes, and even though he doesn't have the longest arms, it's enough to get the job done. His reflexes are good enough to get the job done. That's one advantage Marchetti has. But being a small goalkeeper can really give you advantages. Obviously, chips, they're going to go over your head a lot. Long shots, they're going to be harder to save. And for some goalkeepers, your diving is going to be a little bit worse because you don't have those long arms. Marchetti does have long arms, and I didn't see any problems with Marchetti. Now we have the comparison, as you can see, side by side with these two.